Did Pearl Harbor take place?
Ooh, 1960s sometime.
I feel like it's somewhere in the 80s.
1914 or something.
1914?
That girl should have known.
World War One.
World War II. If you switch the 4 and the 1, you're right. It's 1941. Where's Pearl Harbor located?
She doesn't know. That's unbelievable.
Okay, it's either
Come on now.
off the coast of Florida or Hawaii-ish. I'm gonna go with Florida.
Do you know who attacked Pearl Harbor?
The South. Tell them the South. Go.
The attack on Pearl Harbor, when did that take place?
December 7th, 1941.
There you go. Where is Pearl Harbor located?
Hawaii.
Okay. And who attacked us at Pearl Harbor?
The Japanese.
Why is it important to know about Pearl Harbor and what happened?
It started American involvement in World War II.
Target someone by attaching their name to your rape joke, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm not inciting people. You are inciting people.
You're normalizing.
Every single person I've spoken to about the things that you have said about me don't understand any of it. And if I just sit there and interrogate these people who are alleging things about me, I can just sit there and explain to them the context and they go, well, that's not very important, is it?
You're normalizing this kind of language.
I'm normalizing comedy because at this point comedy is under attack in this country. I'm being investigated for a joke. I can name other comedians who are being investigated for jokes. We have gone down a very dark path. As Orwell says, printed on the front of this building, if liberty is to mean anything at all, it must mean the right to tell people that which they don't want to hear. Do you stand by that or not? This is the BBC. Does the BBC stand by that or not?
Refugees welcome, the perfect people. Folks, I'm just wondering, you're a part of this organisation? You're a part of this organisation, yeah? I'm just wondering, I have a sign-up form. I'm just wondering, would you like to sign up? It's to have unvetted male migrants in your own home. Would you like to sign up?
Could this simple bedtime ritual fix your teeth faster and quicker than dental implants? Top Harvard
You're not in a position. So who would you suppose would house them then? Would anyone like to house unvetted male migrants in their home? One person? Anyone? I have a sign-up form.
Nobody's signing up, folks. Nobody. All hypocrites.
Who would like to house an unvetted male migrant in their home?
Nobody's hands going up.
No one.
Nobody.
My God. Absolutely no one. Zero. I literally have a sign-up form right here. So where do we house them? Where do we house them? It's a complex issue, just once you understand, but absolutely no one is going to house any of them in their home, unvetted male migrants. I'm just saying, you're a fucking clown. Okay, I'm gonna do you want to house male migrants in your home? Unvetted male migrants? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm just asking a question. I don't have a home. I'm not racist. I welcome refugees. Just where do we put them? That's all. Where do we put them? So,
exactly. Good question. Where are you going to put them?
And not one person I can get to sign up to have unvetted male economic migrants in their home. Not one. Point proven, folks. Thank you. Well, there you go, folks. That's what they're all about. The left. No one can answer the hard to answer questions. So.
That's exactly true, folks. That's exactly true. Look at that. Not a single person raised their hand. Not a single one. Is that unbelievable? All hypocrites. You would have thought one person would have come out from the crowd, right? One at least. Unbelievable.
Person?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not black.
I'm not a woman, but I can identify as a woman according to you.
If you transition, maybe.
What defines a transition?
If that's your goal, you know?
If you believe it.
Sure.
If you believe you're black, why aren't you black?
Well, that's just not, that's like genetics.
Genetics.
Like ancestry.
You're also born a man or a woman. It's the same thing. That's also genetics.
Okay, I'm over it.
Any aspect of socialism that actually is good? Or is there any mix?
No.
Is it possible
Zero.
that any kind of aspect of socialism is good at all? Like, again, what about medication?
No.
What about?
No, so it's based in collectivism. It's based in the idea that I could take a gun to your head and take money away from others. Socialism is a creed of greed and of envy and of societal malpractice. And it violates every single one of the things that I talked about earlier of basic condition of human rights and private property and free exchange of ideas. And to that extent, Socialism has been implemented over 100 times in the last 100 years, neo-Marxist socialist ideas, and the incalculable death toll.
Unbelievable. 100 million deaths, folks. 100 million people killed.
Years. There's something fundamentally troubling and wrong about that. So when they start to talk about Medicaid, well, you want to talk about one of the most abused social welfare programs in the country? Okay. You want to talk about Social Security, which is bankrupt, stealing all of your earnings every single day, and that we should be able to opt out of before the age of 25, but we're not allowed to because somehow we have to pay into some Social Security fund that we're never going to see. You want to talk about Medicare, which is $120 billion a year in documented waste, fraud, and abuse. So yeah, if that's socialism, then socialism does suck. If you want to talk about socialism being the U.S. Postal Service, which is bankrupt, doesn't get stuff on time, completely and totally inept, is being outcompeted by FedEx and UPS and DHL every single day with zero government subsidies. You want to talk about socialism being so good because of the VA?
Keep going, really? Charlie. Keep going, baby.
$150 billion a year. We have vets dying, waiting in line for care.
Absolutely.
That's government-run healthcare, isn't it? So,
yes, it is.
No, you look at government, you see nothing but waste, fraud, abuse, misallocation of tax dollars. I would make an argument. I make this argument. If we abolished every social welfare program and substantially and dramatically lowered taxes, you would see an explosion of private charity and philanthropy that would more effectively and more morally take care of our citizens than all of these government welfare.
You know, folks, that is so true. These kids come up here, they got their T-shirts on with Che, Lenin, communism, Marxism, socialism is all great. Oh, but the thing is what? If we implement it now, the new form of socialism, we're talking the modern form of socialism, the modern form of communism. That's what we're going to take. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable.
How would you feel knowing that you don't know which teachers have a gun and you've had bad experiences with prior teachers? What if that teacher that absolutely,
So my answer to your question is I feel the same way about the guard in front of my kid's school. I don't really know the guard, but he's gone through training, and I presume that he knows what he's doing. And frankly, I feel the same way about a police officer. I don't need the police officer, but they've gone through training and they were willing to take on that responsibility. And so I would apply the same logic. It's so interesting that you bring that up because it really ties back to why I feel like we need to be careful about how much responsibility we're saddling teachers with teaching our kids values, right? On the one hand,
so true, so true.
Trust our teachers. They know better than you parents. We should be able to teach them what they need to know about sexuality. On the other hand, you guys are admitting that many teachers are not really checked for mental issues. We don't really know what is happening in these classrooms.
I'm not
we don't know about
teachers
what
are not checked.
Do you love black people?
Not like I don't love any group of people because I don't love white people or black people. There are people that I like and there are people that I don't like.
Do you love black people?
I don't understand I don't love like groups of people that look a certain way, no.
Do you love black people?
I don't love groups of people that look a certain way.
Do you love black people?
I asked you about black people. Do you love black people?
Like a particular black person or certain types of black people?
Light-skinned black, dark-skinned black.
Black people.
Sure, I love black people.
Wow.
When did Pearl Harbor take place?
1960s sometime. I feel like it's somewhere in the 80s. 1914 or something.
1914?
That girl should have known.
World War One.
World War II. If you switch the 4 and the 1, you're right. It's 1941. Where's Pearl Harbor located?
She doesn't know. That's unbelievable.
Okay, it's either
Come on now.
off the coast of Florida or Hawaii-ish. I'm gonna go with Florida.
Do you know who attacked Pearl Harbor?
The South. Tell me South. Go.
The attack on Pearl Harbor, when did that take place?
December 7th, 1941.
There you go. Where is Pearl Harbor located?
Hawaii.
Okay. And who attacked us at Pearl Harbor?
The Japanese.
Why is it important to know about Pearl Harbor and what happened?
It started American involvement in World War II.
There you go. Bingo.
Although the title of this hearing implies a much-needed discussion, we're likely going to be forced to listen to transphobic bigotry.
Unsafe,
here we go
unfair,
again.
And discriminatory practices towards women must stop. Inclusion cannot be prioritized over safety and
Go,
fairness.
Riley, go.
Ranking Member Lee, if my testimony makes me transphobic, then I believe your opening monologue makes you a misogynist.
There you go. Bingo. Checkmate.
Madam Chair, excuse me, I move to have the gentlewoman's words taken down. Madam Chair, she's engaging in personalities.
Madam Chair, Riley Gaines crushed me. She owned me. She destroyed me. She called me a misogynist. Madam Chair, Madam Chair, Riley Gaines crushed me.
Can I just ask how it's fair to be called transphobic?
There's a
thing.
I would say men disguising themselves as women are engaging in personalities.
Order. Hang on.
Okay,
We gotta-
withdraw the point of order.
Yeah, you would have better.
Let's ask you, why don't you like President Trump?
He's a liar.
What did you lie about?
Did you really not know?
I'm asking you, I don't know.
Well, you could Google it.
Well, why don't you Google it? Why don't you tell me? Fool.
So you have no answer?
No answer.
Why don't you try?
You're out here protesting, you spent hours out here today sweating. Why don't you like President Trump?
Stephen, this is Jesse. I hear from Sam that you won't debate him, that you have cold feet, and that you are a beta male. Beta, if it's true, beta male. And by the way, Sam said he is an alpha male. Alpha male, not a beta male. And that you are afraid to debate him, Stephen. And that your father should